Good morning and welcome to Thread Thursday. I thought I'd start with a new page in my little stitch book of my playful stitches, and I was watching Ariane Zerker and she was doing a stitch that I wanted to try, and it's an edging stitch, but I have to just get this down first. So how is everybody going? I hear the crowd roar. Hello, everybody. All right. See what we can get up to today. Thread Thursday. Oh, didn't I just put a knot in that? I thought I did. No, didn't obviously put a knot in there. So let me tell you a story while I'm doing this. All right, no more stories of men. The story today is that I have been watching MasterChef, and as you know, I love cooking when I have a day to do it, and I like to try new things. I don't do it a lot because why? Like, don't have to, do I? Unless there's someone to cook for, it's like, why would you bother? So we've got to the semi-finals of MasterChef, and this morning, so I always watch it. I make a big breakfast and a cup of tea, and I watch the night before's episode while I wake up and, you know, have a good breakfast. So last night it was the one where they were getting down to the 3 people in the actual grand final, so it was the semi-final. And I'll tell you what, watching the way that the show works, I can't help but think how much of a come down it must be to either leave earlier or to not win or whatever, because the intensity that they're going over, like they're just keeping on going over and over it, week after week after week. I mean, it's a competition, but you know, a few years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I thought, actually, I wouldn't mind going on there because I am a good cook when I do cook. But now I watch it and I just go, I'd have a meltdown, honestly. I would have a meltdown if my butter burnt. Like, it's too stressful. Anyway, but I do actually really admire, the thing I really love about it is watching people surpass what they actually think they are capable of. And, you know, it brings a tear to my eye, honestly. It gets me a bit emotional sometimes because they're just amazing, like all the things they're doing. Now, what else can I put on here? I'm going to have to go and research that stitch because I've watched it so many times and tried to do it so many times, and I just can't get it. So first off, I'm going to do another row of straight stitch with the apricot floss to match that one. Also, the food is like watching all the different, you just go, how did they think of that? Like, you know, the creativity of them experimenting is amazing. And the flavours that they're mixing together. It's like, how did they even think to mix that with that? And then the judges just go, oh, it's amazing. So how talented are they, though? Isn't that amazing? But when someone really cooks from love, and this is what I was thinking about when that guy was, I wasn't going to mention guys. Oh my goodness, I did. God, I'm talking about food here. When I went out to dinner with my friend, how when it's really not a good restaurant experience, how it really just makes you sort of shut down. But when it's a, you know, an amazing experience with love and care for the people that are eating, etc., it's isn't it heartwarming? It's just so heartwarming. Anyway, so one of the things about this final that's coming up, well, I can't even mention their names, because if you're going to watch it and you haven't watched it, then I'm giving a spoiler. But I want to give a spoiler anyway. One guy cooks the most amazing vegetables. Already you'll know if you're not up to me on this. And the other guy just is a youth pastor. I'm giving it all away. Oh, you know what? Disclaimer, just stop listening now. And he does stuff and you just go, how on... He doesn't even know he's a cook. Like, he's there having this experience and he's just having the most amazing time. Anyway, and then Quiche's my favourite. So Quiche's always been my favourite because she's this little pocket nugget of a girl. Like, she's from half Australian, half Bangladeshi, and she's always making the stews of Bangladesh, and I reckon she's going to win. She's my favourite for the win. She's already got her cookbook that she wants to make for the Bangladeshi recipes already sorted out, so she's already into all of that. And she just puts so much love and heart into what she's doing, and it's just so admirable. Amazing. All right, so I've kind of coming along the edge here. It makes me want. She makes me want to cook. Like, I see the other recipes and go, oh, that'd be interesting. I've never made that before. I'll give that a go. Like when the Indigenous lady was on and she made a coconut. What are they called? It's like a gelatin thing. It's not jelly. It's a anyway. The skill with it is to get it to come out of the mould wobbly, and she made a coconut one that was amazing, and I want to try that. But yeah, you know, there's lots of recipes that I go, yeah, I'd love to try that. But quiche just inspires me to just cook, full stop. So yes, that's what I've been doing. Watching that. And it's a thing. It's like Lily and I used to have a thing that we would watch Hawaii Five-0 through, you know, watching Hawaii Five-0 through winter. It was our winter thing that we did. But also, for me, it's watching MasterChef is the thing I do through our winter. Get you thinking about making soups and stews. Now, what else can I do? I seriously cannot work out how to do that other stitch from memory. I wonder what it is. Let's see if I can make it up. Oh, that could be a disaster. All right, I'm going to just go and watch the video again and see if I can manage it. Right, I'm back. Now, I did a little research. It's nothing like making a video to get you to actually work out what you're doing. And so this is Crested Chain Stitch, and I haven't done one before, so here we go. We're making, oh, this isn't really helping. So I've just made a little chain. I'm taking a little stitch, going over, out of the way. I'll do it again, a bit better. And then coming under the bridge here. All right, so this is how we're doing it. A stitch, of course it's coming under if it's a chain stitch. taking a little stitch above, coming over and back out of the way, then coming under that little bridge between the two, and then we're ready for the next chain stitch. There are so many stitches to learn, aren't there? Amazing how some people have been doing this sort of thing all their life, and I find that, how does anyone remember them all? I mean, this is all new, you know. This is me learning new stuff over a few months, and I don't know how people do it. I guess it's practice, like anything. It's like cooking, isn't it? The more you do it, the more you know. Right under the little bridge. So I started out a bit wobbly, but at least here it's looking reasonably okay. Right, so we're doing a chain stitch. Then taking a little stitch above it. Whoops, supposed to wrap around and go off to the side. Oops. Mess that up. It hasn't messed up, it's worked out in the end. And under the little bridge. Right, get it out the way. Right, let's make that one a bit better. Right, so we're doing a chain stitch. Then we're taking a little stitch above, wrapping over frontways to the back and out of the way, pulling that through. Now I had to watch Ariane Zercher on 0.25 speed, and then in the end, because I didn't know what stitch it was, I went back to the start where she started it and found out she said it was crested chain. And then I went and I found a left-handed, a person who was giving a up-close tutorial slowly on how it works. Oh, I've got to keep forgetting to put that round. Here we go. Then under the bridge. Ready for the next chain. And we can just push these down if they feel like they're up in the air a bit too much. But like I say, my little stitch book, this is me exploring, and it's like a sketchbook. It's exploring, experimenting, trying a stitch you haven't tried before. Yeah, it's fun. It's not meant to be perfect. Right, take a little stitch. Don't know if this is, there's not enough, might have to do it a bit closer because it's a frayed edge. I'm going to just cast off there. Yeah, like I've said before, when I was at art school, your sketchbook is for making mistakes, for ideas, for having a play, for refining an idea. So that's what this is like, my little sketchbook of embroidery. All right. Now, I don't know that that's totally finished because I think I'd like to try and do another sort of an edging stitch on here somewhere. So I will do that. Maybe do it along there. But for now, that's started my next page. And then what have I got? Got to cut that down. Oh, here's one. Got one for there. One for there, and I just need to cut one more down for there. Gosh, it's getting to the end, I'll have to make another little one. I'll have this little, as you do, pile of sketchbooks in a row. I'll have a little set of embroidery sketchbooks. What can you call them? Skembroider. Skembroider books. Embry sketch. I don't know. Okay, I'm just being silly now. All right, so there's that. Now, what else can we do today? I know that Judy wanted to see the large piece, so I might do that at the end because I have to do it with the handheld and put it on the floor and do the handheld camera thing. What else am I doing? Will I do a stitch wheel? All right, let me go and just research that one. So this is exciting because I've wanted to do this stitch. So, woven Picot. And I've started it because I thought that would be easier to show the end, so you're weaving, and then I'll show the start. So the thing is you've got to kind of try and pack them in when you get up to the top of the end. So weaving, so over that middle one, and then when you come back into here, you're going over, under, over, under, over, under. Now I'm doing it left-handed, but it really is fine. So I'm going to fit in another couple if I can. One more. And then just securing off and then starting another one basically. So I'm just going to do another one right next to it. So this is how you start. So look, I did it. It's like, isn't it fun when you actually do something that you've kind of seen other people do and you've never done yourself? Right, so the pin is going to come in like this and we go down, around. Where's the under and the pin, so under this end of the pin and in here. Put the thread and back in at this point and down, and so this is where we start to under, over, under. Over and over, under, over, under, over, under. And so on until we get that little. Now, that stitch Kathy was talking about, you know, it's like a leaf. But to me, I'm doing two next to each other and they immediately look like an animal's ears to me. So that could be something that's interesting to make. It's funny, these stitches, they, you know, you kind of, until you do them, you think they're probably a lot harder than they actually are. Well, some actually really are. Some are harder. What is it? Everyone says the evil, the devil's stitch. The, what do you call them? Those wormy things. The devil's stitch. Oh. Actually, one of my friends said these ones were the devil's stitch. Where's my sheet? Okay, so bullion knot, of course, but these ones are they cast on stitch or drizzle stitch. Now, one of my friends said they were the worst and the hardest, but I didn't find them that hard. Anyway, as I say, practice, practice, practice. So I'm thinking I might run out of thread for this one. So I'm going to assume that what you do is, oh, you can't. I was going to say, you can't really cast it off, can you? Because you're basically finishing it. All right, so maybe I messed up. What's new? Now, don't need to go through that edge. Oh, the sun came out. Oh, I'm going to go for a walk. All right, I think what I'm going to do is have to cast it off kind of early before I was ready. And that'd be a lesson in making sure that you're sorted with your length. Right, so not quite the same, but there you go. Didn't come out quite as pointy either, did it? Don't know why, but there you go. Woven Picot. Picot. All right, now I'll show you my large work, but I'll take the camera off. So here is the length of the large piece. It's about 4 foot high by about 2 wide. This is a new little bit I've added, just a tiny little mushroom with some edging, bit of a scattered, not seed stitch, but just a scattered improvised stitch. And this one, like I said, is up the top. That last big one I did. And that's how it is. Probably going to look better when it's up on the wall. But yeah, it's quite big, hard to put in the whole picture. So that's it for Thread Thursday. I hope you've enjoyed watching that and having a little bit of a play along, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Love and hugs. Bye.